Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's good one. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Browns at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge him? This is going to be fun.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the air. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku.
A big gain on the play, but it leads to 4th down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in
points now. They're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Murray going to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
More the motion man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get it across the 16 yards to start the drive. First down. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. Now they can breathe a little easier. Some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. To throw is Watson. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. There he goes again.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Murray now on 1st down.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot before the break. Watson, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. DeAndre Swift, touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Cardinals 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in the Cardinal territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Flush to his right.
makes this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Murray with a 3rd and long. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on third down, Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoto. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try the air now with Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Open man is Duvernay. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Duvernay in motion. Now Murray's got to have this one. That is caught. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now it's Watson. He's gotten a joker, his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Touchdown, Browns! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Hey, Larry! Big X open, Big X open. Omaha. 2-2.
Murray now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tyler Beatty, 74 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
To kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns drive about to get started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Shedding the tackle up to the 20. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, "Oh no, I better get down," and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Throwing now, Watson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Murray now. And complete to Zach Ertz. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Prater's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you. It's better to give up 3 than 6.
The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns.